Attention, slaves to entertainment. The following podcast is not real, but it is really sponsored by Cards Against Humanity. They asked us not to read an ad. Enjoy the show.
Hello from the Magic Tavern, a weekly podcast from the magical land of Foon. I'm your host, Arnie Niekamp. If you haven't listened to the podcast before, this is what the basic premise is. About 11 months back, I've heard, I fell through a magical dimensional portal behind a Burger King into the fantastical land of Foon. Luckily, I'm still getting a bit of a Wi-Fi signal from the Burger King, probably through that same dimensional rift that I fell through, and I use that to upload a podcast that I record every week in the Tavern, the Vermilion Minotaur, here in the town of Hogsface, in the land of Foon. And I'm joined, as always, by my co-hosts, my boon companions, Chunt the Shapeshifter.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Hey, how you doing, Chunt?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. You know, do you mind if I ask you something kind of personal?
I do.
Oh, okay. My other
Rebellious Boundus.
What? Ah.
I am Usidore.
No.
Wizard of the 12th realm of
I can't
Ephesius.
move.
Master of
Wait,
light
I'm
and
supposed
shadow.
to get away from you when you say this.
Lights, devourer of chaos. Champion of the great halls of Tarakas. The elves know me as Fiangyaluk. The dwarves know me as Zodan and Hookstangis. And I am known in the northeast as Gasmwenius Maystar. And hear me now. Their names so secret and so powerful.
You're really dragging this out.
That if you ever did speak them, they would cause such great wanton destruction and death that ne'er would survive the outcome of their utterance.
What were you going to ask me?
Well, can you unmagically...
No, don't let him sit there for a minute. What were you going to ask me? Just in case I don't
John,
like this
I was going to check in with you. I know that like a couple weeks ago you mentioned that your girlfriend, the cockroach, died.
Yeah?
And I was just going to see how you're doing. Is there anything you need?
Yes, Chunt, is there anything you need?
I mean, I don't know, just be nice to me.
Okay. You're a good friend.
No, I know what I need. I need you to come to Chunt's night.
Oh, boy.
I need you to
Just go
come
to
to Chunt's
Chunt's night.
and I need you to perform at Chunt's night.
Perform at Chunt's
That's
night.
the only thing that will help me out.
This is so stupid. Just go.
Okay, I will go. I'll come up with something to do.
Usidore, make him before you
All right.
make a magical contract to make him sign it.
Ah, yes, well, here. I've got a magical contract in my pocket already. I don't need to
good.
make it. There,
And you have
just...
to sign in your blood.
In my blood?
Yeah.
I've got some of your blood here, too. I walk around with this now.
Or an ink or
How much
blood.
of my blood did you take that one time?
Plenty. Here, sign this with your own blood.
All right, fine. I will prefer...
Initial here.
Okay.
Initial here.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 initials on this page.
This is a lot.
Sign again here.
I'm sure I should probably read all of this.
No. It's fine. It's
Sign
fine.
it.
It's fine.
It's just like an iTunes
Date
thing.
it here.
Yep.
Okay.
What, I don't even know what the date is. I'll just put some numbers. It doesn't illegitimize the contract if I have the date wrong, does it? I always wondered that about contracts. Like, how important is the date? Like, if I accidentally put the date wrong.
Is this a comedy you're going to be doing at Chunt's night?
Hey, people, what's the deal with contracts?
Oh, boy.
No, thanks.
Here, and one more thing. Just put your Foonish security number here.
I don't have a Foonish security number. I'm only just now a citizen of Foon.
That number's on your certificate of citizenry.
Oh, boy, I got to find that.
You don't have it?
No, I thought it was like, I am a citizen
What if you
now.
get on a cart and one of...
Okay, I'll find them. I'm sure it's...
Papers, please.
Take this with you.
Thank you.
Fill it out and get it back to me.
Thank you. All right.
And
so
thank you for agreeing to do Chunt's night. That was a
I will
binding
do
contract.
Chunt's night in support of you as a friend.
And trust me, you don't want to go back on your word because that's a magical contract, and you'll be.
I'm going to have to read that.
You'll be inside out if you don't.
Inside out?
Yep. How do you think Mike became what he is?
Oh, that Mike is open
went
mic
back on a
is an
magical
inside outer.
Yep.
Oh, boy. All right. Okay. Well, Chunt, I just want you to know I'm here for you, buddy. And
thank
I know
you.
it can be tough when.
Can we get to the guests this week? I'm so excited.
No.
about this
Okay.
guest.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
actually.
it's kind of a big deal.
Yes, it's a huge deal.
Yeah. You guys said you had a surprise guest for me.
Oh,
We
yes.
do.
Oh, boy. Well, Arnold, let
It's
me
Arnie.
introduce to you. That's a great point. It is Arnie,
It
isn't it?
is Arnie, yeah.
Yeah.
Arnie?
Yes.
I would
Wow,
like-
I've never heard you say my name like that. I
And
don't
you
think.
haven't been paying attention. Arnie, I would like to introduce you to Arnor.
Hello.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Got you good in, Arnie.
Yeah.
Isn't he huge?
He is huge. Look at that guy.
You're much smaller than I expected.
Yeah, and I'm not small.
It's a different sort of large.
Yeah.
Well, are we gonna do this or what?
What?
Are we gonna fight or what?
Wait, are we gonna fight?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
can't wait.
fight.
Oh, whoa.
Muscles versus fat. Muscles versus fat.
No. Look, okay, hey. So I've heard some tales.
You have?
Arnor, the great Arnor, the warrior.
Yeah.
The most famous warrior in all of Foon.
Well, apparently second most famous from what I'm hearing. There's a man with a shorter name than mine.
Oh, that's right. I heard something about shortening names.
In order to shorten your name from Arnor to Arnie, you have to complete twice as many tasks as the great warrior Arnor, and he has completed 38 great tasks.
I was working on my 39th in McShingleshane Forest.
Which is real close by.
Oh, yes. I was hunting the wild boar of McShingleshane Forest.
Oh.
I took some respite at a nearby campfire with some woodsmen who told me the tale of Arnie, who every night drank his full of ale at the...
Vermilion Minotaur?
That's right.
Yeah.
The Vermilion Minotaur.
You're new in this area. That's
Yes.
nice.
Bragged about his feats, welcomed people to his table, told him his tales all the time.
His fists are clenched so tight they're dripping blood.
No, holy.
I'm going to ruin you.
But, hey, look, I meant no offense. My name just happens to be shorter than yours and sounds a little similar to yours.
Well, you must have done like 76 great feats.
Yes, list them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, I will, but I would love to hear a little bit more about your 38 feats.
You want to know about me?
Yeah, I do.
We all
very
know more
much.
about you.
Everyone,
Yes,
everyone
yes.
around Hog's Face is always talking about the great Arnor
Go on.
and how he's like the greatest hero in all of Foon, a land of heroes and villains. Like you are apparently one of the heroes that people love the most.
It often comes up because Arnold introduces himself and says, I am Arnie. And they go, wow, Arnor, you don't look anything like what I expected. They're so disappointed.
Yes. As am I. But I'll tell you about my feats. Sure.
Yeah.
Please do. Yeah.
Well, my first feat, I was but a lad of 7 years old.
Wow.
I love this story.
Yes. I am the child of the sky god, Bruce.
Bruce, the sky god.
Yes. Bruce, the sky god, my father, made a deal with a memory goblin to exchange powers for 1 hour. And so he took on the likeness of Albane Belleroth.
Wow.
He descended to the northeast, where he consummated for an passionate hour with Queen Titania.
What a lucky guy.
And in that adulterous consummation was born me,
Wow.
the demigod Arnor.
Demigod.
Cool. He's so cool. Look at his hair. He's so cool.
That is great hair. There's
Fitting.
like no hair products in this world, and your hair still looks great.
Ah, the blood of the Bornean Baer is what styles my hair. And I wear his steel teeth about my neck even now.
Yes, the steel teeth of the Borean bear are not something to mess with.
Yeah. Could I get some of that blood? My hair is in a rough place.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to make sure you see a lot of blood in a minute, buddy.
Okay.
Damn.
Damn is right. Okay, so you were 6 years old.
Yes,
Seven.
Seven. Sorry, I'm not great with math.
And he was
Something
7.
you
He's not
should-
7
yes.
now.
There's something you should know about Arnie. He doesn't really do math.
Oh,
He doesn't. Numbers seem to confuse him. Even just naming the correct number seems to utterly baffle him on a weekly basis. Right?
Yeah.
All right, fair.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad would read me your adventures, and I had an Arnor shirt I used to wear around the house.
Really?
Like if I was lounging around the house, I had an Arnor shirt.
Come on.
I actually brought it. Would you mind?
Are you kidding me?
Signing it? I'm just the biggest. I mean, no.
you don't mind if I dip my quill in my hair, get a little
That would
with some Bornean
even better. That would
some
be
Bornean
amazing.
Bear blood.
That'd be amazing.
All right.
Oh my god.
Chunt. Is it with a U? You? Mm-hmm. Chunt.
Whatever you want, sir.
Keep it real.
Wow. Keep it real.
That's his thing. He said.
Wow.
Keep it
after every feat he completes, he says, keep it real to the dead enemy at his feet.
Wow.
With love, Arnor.
Man, with love. He loves me.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank
Arnor,
you.
do you you probably get approached all the time. Like, does it get tiring having, people fawning over you constantly?
You know, it's funny, you'd think I'd get approached more, but I'm usually so busy accomplishing some sort of daring feat that people don't dare get near me.
Yeah. They're like if you're fighting a monster, people are like,
yes.
I'd love to meet him, but I don't want to get close to that thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Didn't you kill you killed the hesitant Cyclops?
That's right, yeah.
Ooh.
The Howlin' Wolf.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I killed the three-headed cur of the Caves of None.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the Caves of None.
Yes.
I'd like to hear more about the Caves of None.
Yes.
Let me tell you about my first great feat when I was 7 years old.
Wow, 7.
My mother, Titania, fearing for my life, set me without the walls of the palace. And so, as a boy, I had to scrounge for food.
Wow, at 7.
7 years old. I was regularly food or fighting out of season just to get a meal when I knocked on the door of a Fingarian dinner party.
Ooh, Fingarians, they're tough.
Yes. Of course, the Fingarians will never give food when they're given the option to fight. And so there I was, as a 7-year-old boy, facing a dozen angry Fingarians. I filled my belly on their warm flesh.
Whoa! Killed them and ate them.
That's right.
At 7.
Yes.
Gotta be hard for a kid.
Oh, well.
He is keeping it real.
I mean, on the one hand, that's like the first step towards a lifetime of real, like, epic heroics. But it's also like, it's gotta be hard on a kid.
Well, sure, it was tough for a while, but little did I know, those Fingarians' dinner party conversation was the assassination of King Belleroth.
Oh.
When he heard what I had done, he embraced me as his own son.
Wow.
Forgave his wife Titania for the affair she had with my father Bruce.
Yeah.
And now I fight for the honor of my adopted father, King Belleroth.
That's great. Although, to be honest, Belleroth seems to be cuckolded a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Probably.
Yeah.
Nightly, I think nightly, yeah.
I think that thing's open. Do you talk to Bruce much?
Yeah, how's Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce.
He's not much of a talker. But every once in a while, just to feel close to him, I'll go stand in the firestorms of
Vishtosh.
yeah. I'll go stand outside during Fishtosh and just feel his firestorms raining down, you know what I mean?
Wonderful.
That's
I feel
right.
close to Dad.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes, the Sky God Bruce is critical to the season of Vishtosh. Many celebrations around Foon happen during Vishtosh in honor of Bruce.
Yeah.
And Arnor is often the master of ceremonies at said festivals.
Yes, it's right.
And a lot of times, like during the fire season, people will hold up little pieces of the fire, and they'll say in honor of Bruce, they'll say Bruce. And a lot of people think there's this weird thing where people think that people are booing him. And it's not booing him; they're saying Bruce.
Yeah. He's the boss.
He's he's the boss of Vishtosh.
Oh, wow.
Yes, certainly.
Well, he lives on Thunder Road, right?
Oh, wow.
Now, Arnor,
Yes.
I must let you know. I'm sure you've heard of Arnie, and I'm sure that you're angry at him for taking a shorter name. But you must understand, he is from a different world than ours, where their customs are different.
Well, do you have double my great feats on your world, Arnie?
No, I mean, look at him. Come on.
No.
I've only heard of one of your feats.
What's one of my feats?
Leaving behind your wife and child.
Damn.
Well,
Part 2.
On Foon, that's a shameful feat.
It's a shameful...
That's worth like -5 feats right
Yeah.
there.
Look, what? Oh, man. I'm really behind on feats. Although, hey, well, first of all, that is a shameful thing. Accidental. In my defense, accidental. But you know what is a feat? Here's a plus in my feat column. Traveled between dimensions. It's a pretty good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I got.
One
never
point. So
thought
you're,
of that. That is-
you're at -4. And
Well, okay, all right. So I'm at -4 feats. So here's, okay, so if
somebody else keep track because I don't trust him to keep numbers.
No, that's true.
I'll write it down. You're at -4.
I'm at -4 and I have to get 78 feats?
Well, you have to have double my 38 feats in order to have a shorter name than me.
So that would be 82 feet.
Okay. I'm just going to
82.
trust you.
So right around in that neighborhood.
Cool. Why don't you finish?
76 with a -5 puts you at 81. Plus, you've traveled between worlds, so now you're at 80. You just have 80.
I have to get 80 feats.
Yes, 80 great feats of daring and strength.
And do 100 just to give yourself a little bit of a buffer.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
just even it out to a nice, simple center.
How about for the first one, you finished the sit-up you attempted last week?
I finished the sit-up. I mean, are the feats like on a scale of like how hard they are for the individual?
No, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one of my other feats. I have a daughter. Like, okay, let's ignore the fact that I have accidentally fell through a dimensional portal and have, not been able to see my daughter in almost a year. But I did bring life into this world, or into a different world. That's come on, you got to give me that one.
So Arnor killed the hesitant Cyclops, and you
had a daughter.
had sex.
Yeah.
Equal, I'd say equal.
I had sex with consequences. That sounds... I don't mean that pejoratively.
That does not sound good the way you said it.
Speaking of consequences, Chunt, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you had sex with a demigod, would you become a demigod?
Ooh.
I don't know, sir.
You don't know?
you want?
If we had a four-way on this table right now,
Yeah.
would you be like part wizard, part demigod, part chump?
Oh.
Yeah, whatever you want. I'd do whatever you want.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's take a quick break. Let's take a quick break. I'm going to think about things that I've accomplished. We're going to get some drinks, and Arnor and I we're gonna hash this out. I believe in us.
Oh, we're gonna hash it out.
No,
Like, go
not in a
outside
fight.
and hash it out.
No, let's
My
just think.
blade is ready.
This is Otok Barleyfoot of the Vermilion Minotaur, here to give you your rumor of the week. There is a rumor going around that Gavin Dildohammer, Dwarven Bottler, is currently setting sail for Migas with a woman who's not his by-law wife. So, yeah, scandalous. If you'd like another rumor, please come down to the Vermilion Minotaur, purchase an ale or any other fine beverage, and a rumor will come free with it. The Vermilion Minotaur, right on the Every Road at the base of McShingleshane Forest.
Fly, you fools! Over to patreon.com/Magic Tavern right now and become a patron of the show. For only $5 a month, you get access to all of our wonderful bonus content and material and ad-free versions of the show.
And we're back.
Look, Arnor, I'm never gonna have enough feats to double your feats.
Well, then lengthen your name again.
So wait, the only way I could walk away from this without getting the living crap beaten out of me is to permanently go by Arnold?
Stop. Stop calling yourself Arnie.
Or remove one of the unnecessary knees and be Niekamp.
Hey, yeah, that's right. I've got a full name, though. Arnie Niekamp. That's longer. I mean, should I just always go by my full name?
Well, my full name is Arnor the Warrior.
Arnor the Warrior.
That's right.
That's what they named him when he was born.
Yes.
Not a lot of choices in this man's life. Think about that for a moment.
They really painted him into a corner.
Yeah,
there.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew what I was.
Now, Arnold.
Yeah. Guess, Blaine, it's good to see you again, by the way.
It is good to see you as well. I know I've asked you before. Would you be willing to join me in my quest to defeat the Dark Lord?
Guess, Waynes, I would like nothing more.
Yes.
After I finish my 39th feat of killing the wild boar of McShingleshane Forest.
It's just that I asked after, like, the 32nd feet, and you're like, well, I've got the 33rd one to do. And
But I mean, just get in touch with me, after I do the 39th. We'll see where I'm at.
Yeah, I'll just see
So
where you're
you're
at.
like,
Let's
there has
check
to be
in.
like a window. Like, how much do you take a break between feats?
I'm usually kind of planning my next feat while I'm doing the one before it.
Oh, wow.
Because it's like, you just, the way I live, it's different than a normal job. I just kind of gig to gig, you know what I mean?
Oh, sure,
So
yeah.
you kind of have to line up your next gig, while you're doing this other gig, because you never know what's going to come next.
Yeah, you don't know when the feats are going to stop, so
You
you've
don't
got to
know
get them
when
in
the
while you got,
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
What is the most feats in the all history of Foon that anyone has accomplished?
I mean,
38.
Yeah.
38 by
38.
Arnor.
Wow, you got the record.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was going to rip your head off.
Holy cow.
For game.
Usidore, how many feats do you have?
Upwards of 4.
How am I going to have 80 feet? All right, I do have another one, though. I defeated a Soul Walker.
Oh, that's right. He did.
We defeated a Soul
We
Walker.
defeated a Soul Walker, but
It was mostly my rock.
I actively erased the thing on his forehead. I mean, I defeated him too soon. We could have gotten more information out of him.
That counts.
That
That's huge.
counts.
You're a negative
That's
3.
huge.
You're a negative 3.
That is huge. All right.
Why did you mention you had sex before you defeated a soul walker?
That's a good point.
I was like, what are my feats? Well, I had sex once.
Yeah.
That's always the first one in my
How
book.
many times a day do you have sex, Arnor?
It's hard to count.
It is hard to count. Arnold would agree.
That's true. Arnor, do you have any children? Because you've had,
That's
by all
the one
accounts,
question you
a lot
shouldn't
of
ask
sex.
Arnor.
Oh.
That's the one thing you shouldn't ask
Don't
Arnor.
believe it.
Because you've had a lot of sex.
He fires blanks.
The one injury I've endured. When I fought the flesh-eating buzzards of Sker. They did peck at my flesh. Just one part of it.
Ooh.
And they left their mark.
Balls. I know
What
you try.
is
You're
the
being
matter with you?
Yeah, what is
You
it?
know,
You look at your guest in the face and you say, balls?
I mean, I don't believe this guy.
Just rude.
Do you believe this guy? Does anybody believe it? Let's go outside and hash it out.
No.
Let's go hash it.
It wouldn't be any fun for you, Arnor, right? Like, look at me. You can beat the shit out of me.
I don't know, can I? You had a baby.
Look. Okay. Okay. I just got to get to 80 feet. I have. Where am I at
You're
now?
negative 3. Because you defeated a soul walker. You started negative 5. You defeated a soul walker, and you had a daughter. Only one daughter.
I killed a flower.
Negative 2.
No, you didn't.
I
that's
didn't.
right, yeah.
Yeah, she's back. Man, it's hard.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for like getting your feet's stats up?
You probably should start with some crunches or something.
I know. More crunches. Hey, I'm up to 4 crunches every morning.
Time.
Usidore, can you? I know I don't want to annoy you. Can you make a tiny horse with a top hat?
Oh, no, that's not
And then
annoying at all.
maybe you just break its neck or something, like you kill a tiny horse.
No. But would my act of mercy in not killing it be considered a feat? Do feats have to be violent?
No.
No,
We counted you having a daughter.
Yeah.
I rebuilt the bridges of Greytax in one day.
One day.
That was my feat. Wow. Yeah, just pushed over some trees.
He freed the slaves of Tarenth. By going and sternly talking to the emperor there.
That wasn't violence. That was just eloquence and negotiation.
Exactly. Have you freed any slaves?
No.
Okay.
I directed a video game.
A what?
A
What?
video game. It's mildly popular on my world.
I don't want you to talk about Earth stuff. I am going to broker a peace here.
Oh, all right. Please.
I understand that we must defeat the Dark Lord, and in order to do that, I must gather the best and the strongest and the brightest. Arnor, that includes you, the great warrior, and Arnie Niekamp, that includes you, this traveler from another world. Only together can we defeat the darkness that is ever encroaching upon us, threatening to destroy life as we know it. For if it is allowed to go on without anyone to question it, to keep it in check, surely we shall all die at its hands.
And me too.
And Chunt. Don't forget Chunt.
I can help.
Of course you can, Chunt. So I ask you, for the sake of all of Foon, to make some peace with one another.
How about this? Would you consider an extension of time? Just give me a little time to build up my resume, and if I can't in like half a year, then we'll figure this out then.
Oh, perfect. I have a magical extension form here in my,
Oh, no.
Yeah, just... Is that all right with you?
Do you mind if it's signed in Borny and Baer blood
No,
for my
here.
hair?
Here, you sign right here.
All right.
And then Arnold, you sign right here.
Okay.
And then initial here.
Why does his doesn't have initials?
Shut up. Initial here. Okay, and then there's 2 initials on this page.
Yeah.
Date that.
I don't.
Just put the date, whatever it is.
Let's just assume
Is the
that's
date? Is that today's date?
I don't know.
Yes, that is today's
Because that's
date.
a big deal. If it's not today's date.
Today is January
Really?
3rd.
Yeah, that's right. All right, good.
Yes, there we go. So there, initial there.
Okay.
Initial there. Mm-hmm. Initial there. Mm-hmm. Do backwards initials here.
Okay.
And then spit on it right there.
You want that?
Do you want me to kill you right
No,
now? Or do you
okay.
want a
It's on it.
6-month extension?
Oh, that's the weirdest sound I've ever made.
Terrible.
I don't. I'm a little. You've really I'm terrified, so I'm real dry. Okay.
It is done.
In 6
You have been
months,
granted an extension.
I will return. And if you have not doubled my feats, I will rip your head from your body.
If you could do that during Chunt's night, I mean, ticket sales would be through the roof. Think about it. Sleep on it.
Awesome. Cool, man.
So Arnor, I really appreciate you giving me a time extension, and I think I can, in a half year's time, build up my feats, or maybe have figured out a way to get back to Earth, and we don't have to worry about this at all.
No, just a heads up. My feats are going to be up too by then, so you better throw on.
What is
tack
your
on a few
time to
extras.
feat ratio generally?
I generally 1 or 2 a month. You know what I mean?
1 or 2 a month.
1 or 2 a month. Yeah.
There must have been a span of time. How old are you? I don't think I could figure the math out on this.
That's not an appropriate question for a warrior.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Balls.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll figure this. We'll hash this out in half a year's time.
Your feet sticking your foot in your mouth.
That's true. That is true.
Part
Do I-
three.
can I take that one?
Yeah.
No.
No, damn it.
Can I ask you something real quick? When those vultures pecked at you, and I'm so sorry to bring that up.
Yeah, thank you for being vague, though.
Yes, did that count as a negative feat? Did you have a higher?
Oh no,
count
that's
that
an
bring-
extra feat. You
Oh,
know, because I
awesome.
took it.
The
Yeah.
survival, yes.
Yeah.
He withstood such a terrible
Yeah.
torture and came out on the other end
Oh, yeah.
a warrior and
Yeah.
a champion.
That's a big deal,
That's
man.
true, yeah.
You
And-
got to get something for that.
And if I understand what happened, it's also a feat that you're able to continue to have sex. You can't have kids, but
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Who is this guy for real?
Nobody.
Honestly,
nobody.
Appropriate conversation.
fair enough.
Let's read some emails here. I have. You can email me at chunt@gmail.com. That's chunt with 6 T's. Here's an email from Allison Smith. Allison says she wrote Hoobastank in the.
Oh, great,
subject-
yeah.
You said it's called the subject line.
Yes.
Great. She says, I think you should stop being such a bitch to Arnie.
Ooh.
Wow.
Damn.
He's a sweet man, and it just feels like you don't value him as a friend. Take it from me, good friends are hard to find, and you shouldn't push them away because you're scared of getting
Oh,
hurt.
thank you, Allison Smith. And it sounds like there's some backstory.
You're interrupting my email.
Sorry.
I bet you worry that someday he's going to find his way home and leave you, but all the more reason to make the most of the time you have together. Also, you can tell him that if his wife has moved on, I'd love to maybe get a drink with him. I'm a chubby chaser, and you know nothing ventured, nothing gained. What's a chubby chaser?
Oh, thank you, Allison. A chubby chaser on my world is someone that is into people of more ample stature.
That works out wonderfully for
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
yes,
Wow.
exactly.
Are you still a big fan of Allison Smith?
Yeah, Allison. Allison, I hope that there's a subtext of sadness in your email, and I hope everything is okay with you.
Allison, thank you very much for your email, and we wish you the best.
And also, Chunt, look, if you're worried about me leaving this world and us not being friends, if I do leave this world, I want you to come with me. Come to Earth. You'll love it.
I
I want us to be buddies in this world or the next world. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to abandon you.
Okay, thank you.
But you're just going to leave me here.
But I am going to leave you, Usidore.
You sons of bitches.
I'll read one more email here. This is from Helena Catherine Schaefer. She writes, "Is this real?" And then she says, "Hey, Chunt, you seem like a cool guy. What was the worst part about having that freeloader living with you?" I assume she means.
I think
she means you.
The chubby.
You know what? I'm not gonna indulge that because
All right.
I feel like we've set a new foundation
We're
for friendship,
buds.
and I'll say that you're not a freeloader. It was wonderful having you living with me, and if you want to come back, I just ask that you clean up after yourself, pay rent, and don't.
I'm doing pretty good staying here at the Vermilion Minotaur.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's see what emails I got. If you want to email me, you can always email me at magictavern@puppies.supplies. It is a real email address. This one doesn't have a name signed to it, but it says, "You are constantly correcting Chunt and Usidore that your name is Arnie and not Oh, this is very appropriate. Is Arnie and not Arnold, but you are always interrupting Usidore and making fun of his name. Maybe you
Good point.
It is a good point. Maybe you could come to a compromise where if you stop being a dick and making fun of Usidore, those guys will stop calling you Arnold."
Probably not.
Probably not.
No, I'm going to do whatever I want.
How about this? We've dealt with names and the consequences real heavily today, and I feel like I've learned an important lesson. Also, I can't think of a new funny thing to say during your name.
Did you think of one to begin with?
One, I thought of one funny one and one not so funny one.
Okay.
If I stop interrupting your name at the beginning, will you refer to me as Arnie?
I wrote this contract up months ago. Yes. Fine, it is agreed.
All right, so sign here.
All right.
Initials over here.
Arnor, have you ever chased a
there.
chubby?
Wait, no, it's going to take me a long time to do these initials.
I'm still not sure what that means.
Yeah, with chubby chaser. You chase a chubby?
If the thing that you're into is sort of people that maybe have a little more meat on their bones, and so people.
Arnor has a ton of meat on his bones.
Yeah.
Is he chubby then?
Yeah, I got a lot of meat.
No, you
With
have
all those
like
muscles, is he chubby?
No, it's more just like overweight.
There's so much meat on those
People.
Fingarians. Would they count?
Oh yeah. Oh,
So you did.
So am I.
yeah, you're a
Yeah.
chubby chaser.
I still
Yeah,
can't get
it must
over
be,
a
I
7-year-old child just killing all those people and eating them.
They wanted to fight.
I feel like that must
Your
have.
food are fighting. I mean, that's a big deal as a kid, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fight or fight.
Yeah, food or fight.
NEAGM.
Okay, now initial here.
All right.
All right, this is going to keep him busy for a while. I think I found a new thing to keep Usidore really busy. Okay, one more email. Arnie, great to see you and Sarah at Thanksgiving. What? This is from my brother-in-law, Matt Cordania, who emailed us recently. Arnie, great to see you and Sarah at Thanksgiving. Congrats on the new fitness regimen. I hardly recognize you. Thanks for explaining the podcast is definitely not real. I was worried. See you at Christmas, Matt Cordania. This is definitely my brother-in-law's email address.
Did you meet up with Sarah at some point?
No.
Oh, then it's a new guy, and it sounds like he's better built than you.
I mean, either this is a joke or there is, like...
It's probably just a doppelganger that's taking your place in the other world. No big deal. You can move on now. NEAGM.
It's initial there.
Okay.
And, yeah, well, the part that makes me real suspicious is the new fitness regime.
That also makes me suspicious. It's
Me too.
definitely not
Yeah.
you.
All right. Well, Matt, I'm sorry. I also missed Christmas. Email me. Let me know what's going on. This guy is an imposter.
He did email you.
Now, email me again. Oh,
It seems pretty clear what's going on. A memory gremlin has snuck into Earth and is fucking your wife.
no.
And who knows how many feats he's making right now. You know?
Oh, no.
NEAGM.
He might have made a daughter.
Oh, boy. All right. And then initial there.
Oh boy, UW.
Having trouble remembering them all?
Shut up.
It's funny. The stronger I get, the stronger my urge to tell you that none of that really happened. No, it was just some human actors avoiding commitment and obligation by role-playing with their adult friends. Chunt was played with barely suppressed rage by Adal Rifai. What's wrong, Adal? All your flannel at the dry cleaners? Usidore the Blue was played with barely suppressed acting by Matt Young. Arnor the Great was played by special guest Blaine Swen. Blaine is the founder and director of the Improvised Shakespeare Company. Learn more about their fully improvised plays in Elizabethan style at improvisedshakespeare.com. Otok Barleyfoot was played by Baer. Craig, that's enough. Are you ready to take over with the rest?
Sure thing. I think I'm starting to get pretty good at this part.
Sing it. Sing it for me, Craig. Sing the rest of the information.
Wait, what?
Oh, I am serious. I am deadly serious.
Okay. Hello from the Magic Tavern is produced by Arnie Niekamp, Evan Jacover, and Ryan DiGiorgi. This episode edited by Evan Jacover. Music by Andy Poland. Logo by Allard Laban. Visit us on Twitter. Visit us on Facebook. And buy a shirt from magictavern.annarbortees.com. Sponsored by Cards Against Humanity via the Chicago Podcast Cooperative. Learn more at chicagopodcastcoop.com.
Thank you, Craig. I'm going to make $1 million with that on Pandora. The weird planet with all the blue cat people.
Hey, thank you for listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern. A great way to support the podcast is to join our Patreon. You'll get ad-free versions of our entire back catalog, including all the Magic Tavern spin-offs like Offices and Bosses, I Am Spintax, Shadow Sit. There are a lot of them. There are 2 new exclusive bonus episodes every month, Discord, all kinds of stuff. To get more information, go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern. That's patreon.com/Magic Tavern.